Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another 5.1 video for Final Fantasy XIV. The new beast tribe, the Pixies, the Dream Spinners, are in the game, and after a very interesting introductory storyline in a Crystarium, where you venture into the dream-filled candy world of madness as part of the storyline quest, which of course I will not spoil for you. Basically, they introduced the concept this time around. Essentially, this is basically being taunted by nightmares. There's a rival pixie faction that are bringing nightmares to people across the world, all children and impressionable minds, and causing some real havoc. There's some other storyline implications with that. The actual writing itself is absolutely fantastic. However, the main concept behind it this time around is we have this big open map, which is an instanced area where you can actually see other players, and essentially as you progress through the storyline by ranking up every time, you'll have a quest line to essentially open one of these doors. Behind each door lies some of these sparkly particles that will bring back happiness and joy and dreams back to this world rather than nightmares. As you can see with the first one, we lift that veil of darkness. So it's a very interesting area. Now, if you've seen anything from the live letter, part 55, you will see what this eventually turns out to look like. Filled with roller coasters, swings, and various other things, it essentially turns into a wonderful playground full of bright pastel pinks and blues. So as of today, I managed to get my dailies in, which is the first thing I did this morning. After I managed to get my large plot, I actually went over and did my dailies here. And essentially, because I did them early enough, at 3 PM my time, the dailies reset, and I was able to do a second lot, all in effectively the same day, which is quite significant when you think about it, as we're already pretty close to completing the first rank up, which is one whole day ahead of everybody who didn't manage to do this. And that's not a bragging point at all, but it was certainly something that, you definitely wanted to consider doing if you did have access to the game this morning. A lot of people have been at work, so unfortunately they missed out on this, and that's unfortunately a casualty of the entire system, how it has always been. They've always had this in the game as it is. You've always been able to do basically a day extra if you were on the game earlier before everyone else. It's slightly unfair, I completely agree, but it's certainly something that we're going to capitalize on if we have access to it. But at the end of the day, it's one day early. It's not the biggest of deals in the universe. So what do I think so far? Well, the level sync system is back, so of course this is perfect for leveling your alts through it. So basically anything 70 or higher will be generated experience based on your level, which means you can play those ones you've got to 70 but perhaps don't want to slog it out and get them to 80 through conventional means. However, it is very easy to level in Shadowbringers content, but this is just another extra method to do so. Interestingly enough, Yoshi P in a recent interview talked about how the next beast tribe after this might very well be a crafting beast tribe, due to the fact they had some feedback on Stormblood's iterations where we had two combat role specific beast tribe daily hubs back to back, and of course people were getting a little bit annoyed at having to wait until the latter end of an expansion just to get a crafting beast tribe. So in theory we shouldn't be having to wait that long this time. Apart from that, the storyline is amazing. Obviously I don't really want to spoil anything past what I already have. It's an exciting trip for sure. I think the emphasis there is on the word trip. The light fantastic, and I'm looking forward to see what we get on each of the subsequent stages. I have to say the opening of the gates and portals thing reminds me heavily of Spyro the Dragon for some reason, especially with those bright color palettes and that green hill. Yeah. So ultimately what we should look at before we end this video, because this is the first of several we'll be doing every time we level up the beast tribe, every time we rank up we'll be showing the new rewards, and the first tier of rewards when you actually unlock the beast tribe is entirely materia. So if you go over here to this NPC, as on screen we're demonstrating, you can see you can buy Savage Aim materia 7s and 8s and then all of the rest of it. The only thing you can't buy on here is crafting and gathering materia, but ultimately we're going to be wanting to keep this new Beast Tribe currency, Fey Fancies, which are essentially these sort of like tickets for ultimate rewards such as the mount, which is confirmed to be the second to last reward. It isn't actually the final reward from this Beast Tribe, so I believe that's from Sworn rank and not Bloodsworn, if there is such a thing this time around. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this storyline develops. If you do have access to this Beast Tribe, go ahead and unlock this in a Crystarium. The original patch notes gave incorrect coordinates and told you to come directly to Ilmeg to unlock it, but in reality you actually had to go to the Crystarium, so I do apologize about that. I did do my how to unlock everything video and put the wrong location. It is what it is, and hopefully you found it after all of that anyway, and I'll make sure I go back to that video and leave a comment and pin that as well. So either way, thank you for watching this first video out of several of the new Beast Tribe. It's exciting stuff, I'm looking forward to more, and I'll see you all next time.